Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. When was the last time you allowed yourself to dream? I mean, really dream. Not a little dream, not the kind of dream that fits neatly in a box or feels comfortable, but the kind of dream that scares you, excites you, and makes you wonder if you're even capable of it. That's what I'm talking about tonight. Daring to dream big. You see, the world will tell you to stay safe, stay small, stay realistic. But what happens when you step beyond those limits? What happens when you dare to reach for something extraordinary? I'll tell you what happens. You discover who you truly are. So tonight, I want you to lean in, listen closely, and ask yourself this. Do you have the courage to dream big? Let's talk about it. Daring to dream big starts with courage. The courage to imagine a life beyond the limitations you see in front of you. It's not easy to think beyond your circumstances, to look past the obstacles and challenges that surround you, and to envision something greater. But that's where it all begins. Every great achievement in history started with someone daring to imagine what others believed was impossible. It's not about ignoring reality. It's about refusing to let reality dictate the limits of what you believe is possible. The thing about dreaming big is that it requires you to push against the boundaries of fear, doubt, and comfort. Fear will tell you that you're not good enough. Doubt will whisper that you're reaching too high. Comfort will try to convince you to stay where you are because it's safe. But dreaming big means stepping into a space where none of those voices matter. It means allowing yourself to see beyond what you've been told is possible for someone like you. It's about rewriting the narrative of your life and understanding that the limits placed on you are often illusions created by others or even by yourself. Think about it. Every major breakthrough, invention, or movement in history came from someone who dared to imagine something different. They satisfied with the status quo. They refused to believe, whether it was someone building a plane when people said humans couldn't fly, or someone envisioning equal rights when society said it wasn't possible. Big dreams are always born out of the courage to see something different, something better. That courage doesn't come from the outside. It comes from within. It's important to understand that dreaming big is not about arrogance or wishful thinking. It's about having a vision for your life that goes beyond what others can see. It's about knowing that your potential is not defined by your past, your surroundings, or even your current abilities. When you dare to dream big, you're saying, I believe in a future that's greater than my present. You're opening the door to possibilities, and in doing so, you're giving yourself permission to grow into the person who can achieve those dreams. But dreaming big isn't just about the end goal. It's about the journey. It's about allowing yourself to be inspired by the process of reaching for something extraordinary. When you dream big, you're setting a standard for yourself that demands effort, resilience, and commitment. It's not easy to dream big because big dreams require big actions. But the courage to imagine a life beyond limitations means accepting that the path won't always be clear, that the road will be full of challenges, and that the journey will sometimes feel overwhelming. Even so, the vision you hold in your mind will One of the most powerful aspects of dreaming big is that it expands your perspective. When you allow yourself to think beyond your current circumstances, you start to see possibilities you never noticed before. You begin to realize that the walls you thought were holding you back are often self-imposed. You start to challenge assumptions and ask yourself, why not me? Why not now? This shift in perspective is transformative because it breaks the cycle of settling for less. It inspires you to aim higher, to demand more of yourself, and to believe that you're capable of achieving extraordinary things. But make no mistake, daring to dream big is a choice. It's a decision you make every day to believe in your vision, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's choosing to focus on the possibilities instead of the limitations, to lean into hope instead of fear. It's about having the courage to hold onto your dream, even when others can't see it, even when they doubt you, and even when the path forward feels. Dreams don't work unless you do. It's a simple truth that separates wishful thinking from meaningful action. Everyone has dreams, visions of what life could be, but not everyone is willing to do the work required to make those dreams a reality. Dreaming big is the first step, but without effort, commitment, and relentless drive, those dreams remain just that, dreams. It's not enough to want something. You have to be willing to put in the time, energy, and sacrifice to achieve it. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who hustle, grind, and show up every single day, no matter how difficult the journey may be. The work begins with a mindset. You have to believe that your dream is worth pursuing and that you are capable of achieving it. But belief alone won't move mountains. It's the action you take every day that makes the difference. Waking up with a sense of purpose, setting clear goals, and taking consistent steps toward those goals is how dreams are transformed into reality. It's easy to look at someone who's achieved greatness and think they were lucky or that success came easily to them. But if you dig deeper, you'll see the long hours, the failures, the sacrifices, and the determination it took to get there. Effort is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The road to success is rarely smooth, and it's almost never a straight line. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments when you question whether the dream is even worth it. But it's in those moments that your commitment is tested. Are you willing to keep going when the results aren't immediate? Are you prepared to push through frustration, exhaustion, and doubt? Because that's what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up. It's not about talent alone. It's about resilience, discipline, and a refusal to quit. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Too often, failure is seen as something to fear, avoid, or be ashamed of. But the truth is that failure is an inevitable and essential step on the journey to achieving anything meaningful. No great success story exists without moments of failure woven into it. In fact, failure is often the teacher that shapes us, sharpens our focus, and strengthens our resolve. It's not the end of the road, it's simply a part of the path. The people who achieve the most in life aren't those who never fail. They're the ones who learn how to rise every time they fall. Failure has a way of humbling you and forcing you to confront your weaknesses. It exposes areas where you need to grow, improve, and adapt. It strips away illusions and excuses, leaving behind the raw truth of what went wrong and why. This honesty can be uncomfortable, but it's also incredibly valuable. It's through failure that you gain clarity about what works and what doesn't, about your strengths and your limitations. Failure is a mirror that reflects not just the gaps in your efforts, but also the resilience within you to keep going. The process of failing and learning is what builds character. Success may feel good, but it doesn't teach you nearly as much as failure does. Success often makes us comfortable, but failure pushes us to grow. It forces us to dig deeper, to tap into strength we didn't know we had, and to find creative solutions to overcome challenges. It's in the moments of failure that you discover what you're truly made of. Do you crumble under pressure, or do you rise to meet the challenge? Failure isn't just a test of your abilities, it's a test of your determination and grit. One of the most valuable lessons failure teaches is the importance of persistence. Many people give up after encountering failure, convinced that it's a sign they're not capable or that their dream is unattainable. But the truth is that failure is often a signal to adjust your approach, not abandon your goal. Success is rarely a straight line. It's a series of attempts, adjustments, and recalibrations. Each failure brings you closer to understanding what it takes to succeed. It's not about getting it right the first time. It's about staying committed long enough to figure out how to get it right eventually. Failure also has a way of building resilience. Every time you face a setback and choose to keep going, you're strengthening your ability to withstand challenges in the future. You become more adaptable, more resourceful, and less afraid of taking risks. Failure loses its power. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you, because the company you keep has a profound influence on the person you become. Humans are naturally social creatures, and the energy, mindset, and behaviors of those around us tend to shape our thoughts, attitudes, and actions more than we often realize. If you want to grow, if you want to achieve big dreams and live a life of purpose, it's essential to be intentional about the people you allow into your life. The right people can elevate you, motivate you, and push you to reach heights you didn't think were possible. Conversely, the wrong people can hold you back, drain your energy, and keep you stuck in patterns of mediocrity. The power of persistence and discipline in chasing your dreams cannot be overstated. Dreaming big is the first step. But the real work begins when you decide to pursue those dreams with unwavering commitment. Many people start strong, fueled by excitement and motivation, but dreams are rarely achieved overnight. The path to success is often long, winding, and filled with obstacles that can test your resolve. What separates those who achieve their dreams from those who don't isn't talent or luck. It's the ability to keep going when the initial excitement fades, when the challenges seem insurmountable, and when progress feels painfully slow. That ability comes from persistence and discipline. Big dreams require bold decisions and risks. Achieving something extraordinary demands stepping outside the boundaries of comfort and security. It's not enough to dream big. You must act with courage and decisiveness to bring those dreams to life. Playing it safe and staying within the confines of what feels familiar won't lead to the kind of breakthroughs that big dreams require. You have to be willing to make choices that feel uncomfortable, uncertain, and even frightening at times, because that's where growth happens. Every bold decision and every risk you take becomes a stepping stone towards something greater. Bold decisions require clarity of vision. You have to know what you want and why you want it, because without a strong sense of purpose, fear and doubt will take over. A big dream isn't just about achieving something for the sake of it. It's about creating a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. When your dream is clear, it becomes easier to make bold choices because you're anchored in the belief that what you're pursuing is worth the sacrifice and effort. The stronger your conviction, the more willing you'll be to step into the unknown and take calculated risks that bring you closer to your goal. Taking risks doesn't mean acting recklessly. It means stepping into situations where the outcome isn't guaranteed. It's about having faith in your abilities and trusting that no matter what happens, you'll figure out how to move forward. Risks often come with the possibility of failure, but they also come with the possibility of growth and success. Without risk, there's no reward. Every successful person has faced moments of uncertainty where they had to decide whether to stay in their comfort zone or take a leap of faith. Those who achieve great things are the ones who are willing to leap even when they're not entirely sure where they'll land. Bold decisions often require letting go of what's familiar, whether it's leaving a stable job, moving to a new city, starting a business, or ending relationships that no longer serve you. Making a bold choice often means walking away from something that feels safe. It's not easy to let go of what you know, especially when the future feels uncertain, but holding on to comfort can keep you stuck. While bold decisions open the door to new opportunities and possibilities. Growth doesn't happen in the safety of the known. It happens in the challenges and unpredictability of the unknown. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to bold decisions and risks. It's natural to feel fear when you're stepping into unfamiliar territory. But fear shouldn't dictate your choices. Boldness is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to act in spite of it. When you're pursuing a big dream, fear will try to, but boldness requires pushing past that fear and reminding yourself that the greatest achievements often come from the greatest risks. Every time you act boldly, you strengthen your courage and your ability to face future challenges. Risks also come with lessons, regardless of the outcome. Even when a risk doesn't lead to the result you hope for, it teaches you something valuable. It shows you what works and what doesn't, what you're capable of and where you need to grow. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. And every risk you take brings you closer to achieving your dreams. The more risks you take, the more resilient and resourceful you become. You learn to adapt, to innovate, and to find solutions in situations where others might give up. Risks build character and prepare you for the challenges that come with success. Bold decisions often inspire others as well. When you have the courage to dream big and take risks, you give others permission to do the same. Your actions show that it's possible to pursue something extraordinary, even when the odds aren't in your favor. Boldness is contagious. It has the power to create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your own life. By taking bold actions, you not only change your own trajectory, but also encourage others to believe in themselves and their dreams. At the core of big dreams and bold decisions is the understanding that life is too short to settle for less than what you truly desire. Playing small might feel safe, but it won't lead to fulfillment. The pursuit of big dreams requires embracing the possibility of failure, rejection, and setbacks. But it also opens the door to incredible rewards, growth, and transformation. Boldness is about trusting yourself, believing in your vision, and being willing to take the necessary steps, even when they feel daunting. It's about understanding that the risks you take today are investments in the future you want to create. Big dreams demand bold action, and bold action is what leads to a life that's not just lived, but fully realized. Life short, as I close, I want you to remember this. Dreaming big isn't just about ambition. It's about believing in the extraordinary potential that lies within you. It's about refusing to settle, refusing to let fear dictate your choices, and refusing to shrink yourself to fit someone else's idea of what's possible. The path won't always be easy, and it won't always make sense to others. But if you hold tight to your vision, put in the work, and take those bold steps forward, you'll find yourself living a life far beyond what you ever imagined. Dare to dream big, because the world needs what only you can offer. Now go out there and make it happen.